should the Call of Duty series bring back specialists? The same specialists we had in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, they were also in Infinite Warfare, where each specialist had certain abilities that were unique to that specific specialist, and when your specialist was fully charged up, you can use your ultimate ability, which also varied between specialists. Like in Black Ops 3, you had the Tempest, that black dude with the electric gun. You shoot one enemy and then it kind of spreads to the other enemies and you get like 5 kills in one. And with the Seraph, I think that was the Asian chick with the revolver. That revolver was pretty much a one-shot kill if you can land it on your enemies. And it was a lot of overpowered shit in there that was like just ridiculous. It was pretty much free kills. It was basically the ultimate evolution of death streaks from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. That's what the specialists pretty much were in Black Ops 3. And oh my god, Black Ops 4, they were even worse. It was like the Black Ops 3 specialists, but on steroids. They were really out of control in BO4, even though I kind of had a lot of fun with them because I like it when the Call of Duty series doesn't take itself so seriously and it's just so chaotic and there's just so much shit going on. Even if it's not fair, it's still fun. Like, even going back to the old Call of Duty games, they were never fair. Second Chance wasn't fair. One-Man Army noob tubes weren't fair. Noob tubes in general weren't fair. Kill streaks are definitely not fair. And that's like the main purpose of Call of Duty, of playing Call of Duty, is getting kill streaks. How many times did you have like a pretty good KD and then all of a sudden an AC-130 is raining down hell on you and you respawn, you die, you respawn, you die, and there's literally nothing you could do. You end up going to a negative KD. Is that fair? Hell no, it's not fair. So when someone's talking about specialists and why they're terrible, when someone says it's not fair, that is just not a good argument for me because nothing is fair in Call of Duty. That's kind of the whole point. It's an arcade Twitch shooter. It's not supposed to take itself as seriously as a game like Surgency, CSGO, that are just super competitive. I know there's competitive COD, but let's be honest, it's not on the same level as the games I just mentioned. It takes 10 times more effort to be a skilled CSGO pro than to be a pro at Call of Duty. It's just the truth, and I'm someone that mainly plays Call of Duty because I'm not a competitive gamer by nature. I don't care about that kind of shit. So, specialists, I personally was never bothered by them too much. I didn't really like the whole idea of them trying to make Call of Duty more like Overwatch, because that's really what they were doing with the specialists, even though technically speaking, Black Ops 3 came out before Overwatch. But with Black Ops 4, it just went, it was really just trying to be like Overwatch. I loved Black Ops 4, but I'll at least be honest about that. I wouldn't really mind if they were brought back. The rumor is that this year we are going to get a futuristic Call of Duty game from Treyarch, which the whole idea of us getting a new Call of Duty game is great news because another year of Modern Warfare 2, I could not handle that. And it would be really bad if they decided to continue with Modern Warfare 2 for another year and skip a release for 2023 for Call of Duty. So hopefully there is a new game from Treyarch. I don't know about futuristic. I think it actually kind of is time for another futuristic game because it has been, since Infinite Warfare. That was the last futuristic Call of Duty game. 7 years. I think we actually might be overdue for a new futuristic game in the Call of Duty series. I think the time has passed enough. I know people were not fans of the back-to-back futuristic jetpack games, Advanced Warfare in 2014, Black Ops 3 in 2015, and then Infinite Warfare in 2016. It was just too much, and I agree with that. But I think enough time has passed where you can do it, and you could even bring back specialists if you want. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I wouldn't mind if they did. At least it would feel different from the games that we've had over the past few years. It would freshen things up a little bit. I know, though, that the specialists did turn a lot of people away from Black Ops 4. Like, that was the main reason why people stopped playing. But at the same time, there were a lot of people that also loved Black Ops 4, including myself. And the whole idea of an annual Call of Duty game should be that every game kind of feels different from the other one and doesn't play exactly the same as each other, because if they play exactly the same as each other, then the Call of Duty series is going to get stale pretty fast. Some people may argue it already is. I won't argue against that, but all I'll say is that if every single Call of Duty game plays like Modern Warfare, then it's going to get really stale. That's how I felt with Call of Duty Vanguard. I actually spent a lot of time on Cold War. As much as I didn't really like that game, at least it played different than the game that came out before, which was Modern Warfare 2019. But then Vanguard was basically a World War II copy and paste of Modern Warfare 2019 with the same bootleg Battlefield gameplay experience that doesn't feel anything like Call of Duty, which, I'm fine with Modern Warfare doing that, but then when Sledgehammer's doing the same thing, I'm just like, no. But I think the Specialist system is fine. It added a lot of depth to the gameplay for Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, especially if you timed it right with that ultimate ability. You can get a shit ton of kills, or whatever it was. Like, I remember that there was also I forget the name of the hero in Black Ops 4, but he had that thing where his ultimate ability basically gave more health to all of your teammates, and if they were in the middle of a gunfight, or if they were trying to hold down an objective, it really changed the entire game dynamic and gave your team more of a chance of winning, but only if you timed it exactly right. Or that guy that had, like, the nuclear thing where he can kill a bunch of people with radiation, but you had to be just in the right spot. Like, there actually was some strategy that came into the Specialist in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. That you couldn't just dismiss the entire Specialist system as a cheap free kill for bad players. That's what skill-based matchmaking is, not the Specialist system. It's not really something that, like, if they didn't bring it back, that I would be really upset for it not being back, but I'm kind of like, just one way or the other, I'm okay with it kind of thing. What I can tell you, though, is that if Treyarch's next Call of Duty game is running on the Modern Warfare 2019 engine and has similar gameplay to Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Vanguard, you have the whole tac sprint and the whole more realistic tactical gameplay and not go back to the old arcade style, like kind of like Cold War was. Really, the only problem with Cold War was that it had skill-based matchmaking and the streak system was horrendous, but it had that old school Call of Duty gameplay that we all know and love. So if Treyarch has a game that plays a lot more like Modern Warfare and a lot less like Cold War, then we're gonna have a serious problem. So that's my main concern for Treyarch's next game, is that they're going to be using the Modern Warfare engine. That's what I'm worried about the most, and also skill-based matchmaking coming back, which is most likely going to happen, unfortunately. But, yeah, I worry more about that than I'm worried about them bringing back jetpacks and having another futuristic game, or maybe even bringing back Specialists. Specialists were okay. Like, they weren't as bad as people made them out to be. Definitely not. If you can tolerate the strict skill-based matchmaking in the newer Call of Duty games, but would absolutely refuse to buy a COD game that had Specialists in it, then you just have bad taste. I'm sorry, but it's true.